Welcome, friends. I'm Gina Nicole, and this is the Goddess Channel, where we awaken our spiritual awareness, connect from our hearts, and amplify goodness in the world through channeled messages we co-create together with Spirit. Today's message is for anyone in the collective who has ever felt like they were gaining momentum, only to find themselves pulled inward again, like their light was beginning to be seen, to shine, be received. And then all of a sudden, it wasn't about being seen anymore. All of a sudden, it just started to go away. If you felt this cycle where you have this expansion, you have this traditional success perhaps, but then it quiets down, there's a retreat, this message is for you. And it's okay if this message isn't resonating with you, because I feel this is for a specific part of the collective. So if you haven't experienced that cycle, I would welcome you to watch another video or just hang out if you're kind of vibing with this. So just know that if you are resonating with this pattern is not a problem. It's simply a pattern. And like all patterns, it's divine. So let's get into it. There are some souls on the planet right now who aren't here to play by the rules of cause and effect. And those of you who have watched a lot of my videos have heard me talk about this. I get a little bit on a soapbox about it. You're not here to play by the rules of cause and effect. You are not here to perform. You are not here to chase visibility or stay consistent for the sake of strategy or safety or whatever we think is going to make us okay. You are here to be real, to have an experience, to have a sort of wild and interesting one at that, to be true, to embody a love-based frequency that breaks the old paradigms. So it's not about fitting in, participating, getting it right, having a smooth ride. Couldn't be further from that, if we're being honest. And what that means is sometimes you'll rise up, you'll share your gifts, you'll touch many people, and then you'll feel pulled inward again. But that doesn't mean you're failing, but because you're integrating, because your soul is calibrating to the next octave of what it came here to anchor. On a human level, it can feel frustrating because let's say you're an artist and you were able to show your stuff publicly, like at a friend's event, and you sold a few pieces and you were getting a lot of buzz and it was like, oh my gosh, I'm making it. And then crickets, right? But that doesn't mean that your art is not incredibly valued and incredibly needed and incredibly expansive. It's that your soul journey is doing something more than just the physical journey. And I know that can be a little bit challenging to wrap your head around perhaps, but just notice how this is settling in with you. That you're actually really modeling what you came here to model. And it's just beyond what you thought it was, right? So take some solace and comfort in that. Again, this is not you regressing. This is a rhythm of your life that is beyond the old paradigm. You are demonstrating a new rhythm, a rhythm of a new earth. And this is one that's not measured by worth or output or productivity. This is one that honors the invisible seasons just as much as the visible ones. You came here to show what it looks like to be guided by alignment, not achievement. To show that purity of intention has a power far greater than popularity. To demonstrate a frequency that says, I'll follow the sacred impulse, even when no one is watching. And because you do, something extraordinary happens. You create a ripple. You inspire. You shift the field, not by pushing, but by being. So, if you have found yourself in what feels like a quieter season, or what we've called a downtime, if your light doesn't seem to be landing in the way that maybe it did before, trust this. If you feel in alignment with what you're doing, it's for a reason. Your soul is not shrinking back, it's gestating. And when the next wave of expansion arrives, it won't be from effort. It will be from alignment, from truth, from the purest place of expansion, because that's where you are being called to operate from and to demonstrate. You're not falling behind. You're pacing yourself, finally, with divine timing. And you're not disappearing. You're deepening. This is the way of the light worker. The rhythm of those who came to show the way beyond fear and force, beyond cause and effect. So take your time, listen deeply, and know that every pause is preparing your power to be received at a higher level. You are the light. You are the remembrance. And you are the example of what it means to live aligned with spirit through all seasons. Beautiful job. Listen to this anytime you need to remember that, anytime you doubt, anytime you need a boost. I love you.